Hello, future Josh here. So it dawned on me after I finished this that I forgot to explain what this video is, so allow me the time to explain it. However, if you would not like for me to explain and just want to skip right to the video, go to this moment right here and we will get started. However, currently what we're doing is I decided, hey, why don't I make a D&D session with Soul of all people? There is just one itsy bitsy problem. I'm not really good at being a game master for D&D, but I thought, you know what? I might as well just do it anyway, because why not? What have I got to lose? The answer, a little bit of time on my fall break, but still, I made it. It's finished, and it is out. But do enjoy, and keep in mind, for like the first half of this, you'll notice I say 6 and then act as though he rolled a 20. The reason for that is we were only using a 6-sided die at first. Later on in the video, you will realize when we get the 20-sided die in, because we went out to a town nearest to a game store and found a 20-sided die. But I figured I should just explain that and get that out of the way, so do enjoy this video. I am probably never going to make another one of these. So yeah, are you ready for the spookiest D&D that you have ever played in your life?
Sure, but don't expect too much from me.
I'm not expecting too much from you. I expect us to end up having to cancel this version of the video, and then at a later date when I fix it to re-record this, that way we can try again.
Okay.
Alright, so Editor Jesh, cue the music. So picture this, Soul. It is Halloween. I have dragged you to a party with many of my friends.
That you totally have.
Yes, because I has friends. And my friends are your friends.
I don't know about that.
So because I am just the bestest of friends with you, I decide to abandon you whilst at this party.
As you do.
Yes, as you normally expect to do. And now you have two choices. You see a group of people doing a dance party, and you see me and Blue playing Uno at another table. Where do you go?
Uno.
Okay, I just want you to know that you just made the most important decision in this entire thing that will have inevitable repercussions that completely affect who the main bad guy is. I want you to know that.
Cool.
You approach the Uno table and you say, "Hi guys, is there any room left for me to play?" And
yeah, that's totally what I sound like.
And naturally, Blue goes, "Why, of course. Sit down. Jesh, deal the cards." We each get dealt a full hand, and the first card is played. It is a red +2. My eye glows red with fire, and Jesh says, "Behold, double cards within double cards await you, Blue," as he lays down another red double. And then Blue says, "Haha, not so fast." I throw down another double card, as he throws down a red double, because I'm not going to get a blue double card. You don't have double cards in your hands. So, therefore, draw the cards. But before you can draw the card, the power goes out and comes back on. When it comes back on, you realize that Blue is dead with a lightsaber through him. What do you do?
Take the lightsaber.
Okay, you now have a lightsaber. What do you do next?
Look for the nerdiest guy there.
Okay, roll for perception check then. 1, critical failure. You look for a nerdy guy, but because you don't want to, profile anyone, you don't go along with the stereotypes and can't pin down a nerdy fellow. What do you do next?
Talk to Josh.
Okay, what would you choose to say to Jesh in this scenario?
Did you kill Blue?
Roll for charisma. 6. So yes, Jesh replies with, I don't think I did. Because you're just overly charismatic that you have made him think, I mean, maybe I killed him, but I don't think I did.
Yeah.
I know, I'm just the best at writing dialogue. What do you do next?
I stab Jesh with a lightsaber.
Okay, roll for stabbing. 6, you stab Jesh, and he falls to the floor, bleeding, yelling, oh god, why would you do such a thing? I didn't kill Blue, I swear. What do you do next?
That's very open-ended. Can I just walk out of the party?
Okay, you try to escape the party. We'll roll for that. Okay, you have rolled a 4, so this is like a middle-of-the-road, but not great. You manage to get out of the party, however, people realize that you have fled the scene after murdering Jesh and presumably seeing Blue's dead body. As you leave the party, you see a black figure in the bushes, sort of running into the woods. What do you do?
Go the other way.
Okay, you walk the other way into a dirt road as you hear an explosion come from the party and everyone dies. What do you do?
Go home.
Okay, so on your way home, you feel like you're being watched the entire time. And as you get home, the feeling washes over you that, yeah, I'm definitely being watched.
I go inside and go to sleep since I'm tired from finishing.
Okay, you go to sleep, and then you're bonked on the head. You wake up in a dark room tied to a chair. What do you do? Because now your clothes are back on, because, well, frankly, I'm probably going to cut out the part of you taking off your clothes.
You shouldn't give me the option.
Okay, you're in a dark room tied to a chair. What do you do? Do you wait? Do you try to shake out of the chair? Or do you try to go back to sleep?
How am I tied down?
Like ropes around your arms, your hands, your feet, and there's duct tape over your mouth.
Okay, well, I slide the rope off my hands.
Okay, roll for sliding motion. 5, you manage to get the rope... You manage to break the rope in half, however, the rope is still... You manage to get the rope, like, off of your shoulders, but now your hands are tied together. Which I am not going to animate, so, yeah, just have rope around the clip art, I guess.
But my hands aren't tied behind my back anymore.
No, your hands are still tied behind your back. You just managed to get the rope off you.
I'm not sure how that works.
You got the rope off your shoulder, because it was loose.
Okay.
You didn't quite get it off your hands, though.
I guess I'll just go back to sleep. Seems like a lot of work.
Okay. Someone enters the room and shakes you awake. You hear an ominous voice from the darkness. You thought you could forget about me. You thought I was finished. You thought you could bury me in obscurity.
Phil?
What do you do?
Is that you?
He laughs and goes, no, I am much worse.
Margaret?
And you notice that you can't quite place the voice because he has some sort of voice modification device over his throat.
Margaret?
He says, no, I'm clearly a guy. You idiot.
Frank?
He steps forward, annoyed with your questions. Turns out, it is Gray Man! Oh my god, plot twist! That's right, I brought back Gray Man! You're being haunted by the ghosts of your past self.
Oh, cool. What's up, man?
Now what do you do, seeing Gray Man standing in front of you with a knife?
Yo, stab me, my dude.
He doesn't stab you, instead he slaps you.
Kinky.
Or were you planning for charisma?
Kinky.
Okay, you do the awoo face. I'm pretty sure I have that one.
Yeah.
You are then knocked out again before you wake up in a random field, I guess.
Cool.
What do you do whilst you are in this cornfield?
Am I still tied down to something?
No, you're no longer tied down. You're just passed out in a cornfield. And you've woken up.
Well, I go whichever direction the sun's pointed.
The sun's not out. It's still evening.
Well, I just pick a random direction and walk.
Okay.
Might eat some corn on the way.
Let's roll for direction. 5. Okay, so you get near the end of the cornfield before you realize that someone is lurking in the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
As he steps out, you see a skeleton. And
Yo,
he has
Blue.
an axe.
Yo, Blue, saw, dude.
He says, "Yes, it is I, Blue Boy.
That's
you
what he
thought you
sounds
could
like.
escape my cornfield? I have
Why
planned
does he have
this
a
all
cornfield?
out." What?
Why does he have a cornfield?
Because he likes farming. You don't know what Blue likes. He might like a cornfield.
Okay. I say, yo, Blue, wanna play For Honor?
Okay, roll for charisma. You roll a 3. Blue says, "Whilst I would like to play For Honor, I currently don't have the time because I am here to murder you. Because you left me for dead at a party."
I mean, you were already dead. It's not like I could have done anything about that.
He says, "No, I was not dead. I just was stabbed. And
Well,
it wasn't a critical stab wound. It was just, a lightsaber through the face. It's not gonna kill you."
I don't know about that. Well, I say it's the DM's fault for not being specific.
Roll for encounter. Roll for encounter again, because I'm not satisfied.
Oh.
Okay, you've rolled a 2. You know what that means?
Now I smash his skull in.
Right, roll for smashing motion. 6, you completely kill Blue.
Cool.
Now
can I
what
get out
do
of the
you do?
Can I get out of the cornfield now?
Roll for navigation. 3, you move deeper into the cornfield on accident because you are, disoriented from fighting Blue.
Sure.
I mean, you rolled a 3, so I'm like... We're using a 6-sided die, so 3 is like, you're not completely boned?
Wasn't that already
Could
at
be
the
better,
end of the
could be worse.
cornfield?
No, you were near the end of the cornfield, but you got disoriented because you were fighting Blue, so you couldn't see the end.
Sure. Okay, well, I keep walking since there's nothing else to do.
Okay. You roll another 3. You go to the middle of the cornfield.
Cool.
And realize that you've been walking in a circle.
Cool. Can I just walk one direction and keep that way?
Yes. Eventually you make it out of the cornfield. And you find yourself near a road. What do you do?
Walk.
Okay, where are you walking to? You're gonna have to be specific.
Well, back to my house, of course. That seems safe.
Okay. 1! You walk back into the cornfield, baby!
Right. Okay. Okay. I walk out of the cornfield.
Okay. 1, you've gone deeper into the cornfield, and you're now, like, so deep in the cornfield, you're in the middle of it.
I walk out of the cornfield.
You make it out of the cornfield. You rolled a 6.
Cool. Now I walk home.
You make it home, but the entire time you feel like you're still being watched by something. And you feel slightly guilty for killing Blue as mercilessly as you did.
I don't.
Okay, what do you do?
I flex my muscles.
Okay. Roll for Onigai muscle. 2. You sprain your muscle and it hurts.
Right. Okay. Try to figure out where I'm being watched from.
Okay, roll for perception. You rolled a 1. Critical failure. So, you look all around you and you try to find where you're being watched from, but you can't place it. You just know you're being watched.
Cool. Okay, I go home.
Okay, going inside the house. 1. You trip on the stairs and fall all the way down a hill.
Cool. I
To
get
the
back
street.
up. I get back up and go back to my house.
Okay, you're gonna try again. 4. You make it home and you walk inside of your house, but you feel almost unnerved with how creepy everything feels.
Cool. I go to sleep.
Okay, roll for sleeping. Critical failure. You have insomnia now.
As
As you
always
attempt to recover from your insomnia, your grandmother walks to the door with a jar of peanut butter and begins to say, Soul, you have left home without permission for the last time. It is time you die via peanut butter. What do you do?
I eat the peanut butter.
Okay. You successfully managed to eat most of the peanut butter. You rolled a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Now what do you do?
Can I just leave?
Okay, roll for escape. 4. You jump out the window, but it hurts because you just jumped out a frickin' window and you've been stabbed with glass.
Cool.
Now what do you do? As you've escaped from your grandmother and you clearly can't go home anymore.
I ambush my grandmother, kill her, and go to sleep.
Okay, attempt to ambush. 6. You murder your grandmother and then go to sleep because you are just freaking insane. You are then shaken awake by me. What do you do? I have
Didn't I kill
bandages
you?
around my... What?
Didn't I kill you?
No,
Didn't
you
I
see,
kill
you only stabbed me enough to where it hurt a lot, and I had to go to a hospital.
Oh, okay. Sup, Jesh? Sorry about the whole stabbing you thing.
Attempt to apologize. 2. He's like, I'm not going to forgive you. That hurt a frickin' lot, but we have bigger problems.
Uh-huh.
He then explains that you're being hunted by the ghosts of your past self, and for some reason he can't find Dixie. What do you do?
Go back to sleep.
Your insomnia overtakes you and you can't go back to sleep. You rolled a 1.
Damn it. Okay, I don't care
Josh
about...
then lights your bed on fire and walks you out of the house saying, No, you're playing by the DM's rules or else this is never going to end. You have made God angry.
Well, I do whatever the fuck Josh says.
Okay, so follow Josh blindly.
Cool.
2. For some reason, you feel a nagging feeling to not listen to Josh at all.
Okay. Well. I go back to the party.
The party's over. It's been over for hours at this point, because, 2 people died and one person died and Josh had to be rushed to the hospital.
And then you said the bomb went off and everybody died?
Yeah, that is also a thing. Josh barely managed to escape it because, plot armor.
Okay, well...
His secret power that he has.
I guess I'll look for Dixie, I guess.
Look for Dixie. 3. You look for Dixie, and you find a trail that might lead you to him, but you're unsure.
Follow it.
Following the trail. You roll a 2. You go to the end of the trail, and you can't seem to find Dixie, so now his trail has gone cold.
Cool. I didn't really care that much anyway. Where's Josh at?
He is currently with you. He is your party member now. He is your fabled speedwagon.
Josh, where do you suggest we go? Because I don't fucking know.
Okay, roll for suggestion. 6. Josh says, I suggest we, look in the streets for him. You walk to the middle of town square and you find him. What do you do?
Saw, dude.
Okay, you sup Dixie. Dixie says, hey, what's up? But unfortunately gets enraged and attempts to murder you.
Ah, I see. As
what
all
do you do?
Mine and Dixie's interactions are.
I mean, you rolled a 3, so you just said sup, but he kind of is pissed at you for some reason. It's unclear why.
Okay, I snap his neck.
Roll for neck snapping. 4. You snap his neck, but you manage not to kill him.
I don't think that's how that works.
That is exactly how that works, because you managed to roll a 4, so...
Okay,
Keep in mind, if this was a 20-sided die, you would have completely whiffed that.
Well, if it was a 20-sided die, I probably would have got 4 in the first place.
I mean, yeah, probably, but... Anyway, we're using a 6-sided die.
I interrogate Dixie.
Okay, you interrogate Dixie. Dixie tells you that, for some reason, he felt possessed because you rolled a 6 to tell you everything he knows. And he tells you a story, and he's like, it all started at my birth. And then he proceeds to tell you his entire life story before getting to the actual point, which is, I was possessed by Greyman and Weebstar. They are secretly trying to kill both of you and Josh. What do you do as the plot thickens?
Well, I find the nearest TV and go into the midnight channel.
Okay, roll for Persona 4. 6, you manage to go into the TV world. What do you do?
I confront my shadow, which is obviously Greyman.
Okay, you confront Weebstar. 4, you confront him, but he is able to run into the fog too quickly and disappear. What do you do?
I follow him.
Okay, you follow him into the fog. 1, you follow him, but very quickly lose sight of him and have no idea where the hell you are.
I confront Josh's shadow.
Josh doesn't have a shadow. You've rolled a 1.
I don't see how that works, but alright.
No, Josh just doesn't have a shadow because he already confronted it years ago. So now he no longer has one to confront, because obviously you all can both go into the TV like it's no big deal. Because apparently that's a thing!
Why do I have a shadow but Josh doesn't?
Okay, roll for investigation. 5, you figure out that Josh has confronted his shadow, but you were never able to confront yours because you secretly had the power of the wild card in you all along.
Dope.
What do you do?
I roll for the DM to tell me what the fuck to do.
Okay, roll for the DM to tell you what to do. You get a 4, so the DM tells you... I don't know, this is your story, man. I don't play a part in it anymore, man. This is all up to you. You got this.
Well, see, I knock Josh out and then go to his home and sleep in his bed.
Okay, so attempt to knock Josh out. You have rolled a 3. You just kind of hit Josh in the face. Josh is annoyed at you and proceeds to punch you in the stomach and say, "Get serious, moron."
Ouchie. But can I sleep in Josh's bed?
Okay, so you gotta do a few more steps before you can do that.
Okay, well, I get out of the TV world.
Okay, roll for escape. 4. As you all are breaking the last TV as though it's that one scene from Family Guy where they, like, smash up the CD with "Bird is the word," but it's to a flat screen. You then hear a shadow from the distance, and he says, You attempted to bury me in obscurity once, but that will not happen again, as Weebstar enters the fray with Smash Brothers music.
Of course he does.
He cackles like a maniac and then says, "Haha, you thought you could escape me? I am Weebstar, the greatest and best YouTuber in the world."
Of course. Okay, well, I'm not sure.
You're the one that somehow entered a TV world. Like, it wouldn't have worked, but you rolled a 6, so I kinda had to make it work.
I didn't think you'd let me.
I wasn't going to, but the dice gave you a 6, and now you can't escape.
I wolfed seduction.
Okay, roll to seduce yourself. 4. Okay, so Weepstar says, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's tempting, because I've always wanted to sleep with myself, but, how about no?
Okay, well, I asked Weebstar what he wants.
Okay. You roll a 6. You instantly ask Weebstar what he wants, and he tells you that, frankly, he wants to murder Jesh.
Okay.
What? What the fuck? Success, you murder Weebstar. However, you've murdered him so fast that you just couldn't finish asking him a question about Greyman. So Weebstar is now permanently dead.
Cool.
Are you proud of yourself, you murderer?
Yes.
Jesh then looks at you and asks why you tried to kill him. Do you explain yourself? Do you attempt to write it off as a joke? Or do you let Jesh stab you?
It was a part of the plan. You got your arms back, didn't you?
Okay, roll for all according to Kokaku. 2. Critical failure, and he points out the many flaws in it all being part of the plan.
It was part of the plan. The DM wasn't going to let his self-insert die.
Okay, roll for 4th wall breaking. Success, you have now exposed the 4th wall, and you feel the sudden urge to dress as though you're Deadpool and act like an idiot.
Uh-huh.
What do you do now?
Well, I look for Greyman.
Okay, search for Greyman. 5. You can't find Greyman, and you realize he's probably not in the TV.
Okay. I get out of the TV.
Attempt to exit the TV. 2. You break another TV.
I keep going until I get out of the TV wall.
Okay, try again. You break that TV again. Come on, you gotta keep trying.
I keep doing it until I get out.
2 hours later.
Through a well-placed TV and end up in a department
Cool.
store.
Cool.
A thrift shop.
June. I love Junus.
No, you end up in a thrift shop.
Well, now I look for Greyman.
Attempt to search for Greyman. You find that he's not in the thrift shop. You roll a 5.
Well, I asked Josh what he thinks where he thinks we should look.
1. Jesh hangs himself from depression and dies.
Cool.
I know, spooky, right?
I now go to Josh's house and sleep in his bed.
6. You get a good night's sleep and don't want to go to sleep again. You also burn down the house for good measure. No more sleeping!
Well, then give me some actual information on what
Try
to
to
do.
find Gray Man!
I did that.
Try to do
Okay.
it again!
I attempt to look for Gray Man again.
6. Plot stuff finally happens, and you are approached by Gray Man.
Yeah.
You are just walking away from my house, as it is now on fire because you lit it on fire. Because the god does not want you to sleep. You've already had enough of your naps.
No.
And then, in the distance, you see him. You see Gray Man, except he looks different. He looks like you, with like the inverted filter on. What do you do?
High five him.
Roll for high five, I guess. 5. You go to high five him, but he instead smacks you in the face.
Ah. Ouchie. Okay, what do you want, dude?
Roll for finding out what he wants. 3. He says it doesn't matter, you're going to die here.
Dope. I pooped my dukes up.
Got it. Roll to put your guard up. The dice is giving you a 5 again.
Good.
So, you put your dukes up, but sprain your arm.
Ah. Good.
He then charges you. What do you do?
Dodge.
Roll to dodge. 11. You barely make it out of the way just in the nick of time.
I punch me in the face.
Punch yourself in the face. 1. You perform a visceral attack on Gray Man. Somehow.
Cool. Cool.
And it does a lot of damage.
Okay, now do you want me now do you want to tell me what you want?
Okay. Plead with him to explain. 15. He tells you that he just desires to kill you because, simply put, you make him unnervingly angry because you attempted to bury him in obscurity, so he just needs revenge on you for trying to get rid of him as easily as you did.
I mean, I didn't try at all. That's more says more about him than it does me.
Okay, well, what do you try to do?
Well, I guess I just snap his neck.
Okay, roll for neck snapping. 7. You somehow manage to not snap his neck, but you slightly sprain it. You know, like when you turn your head too fast and you kind of hurt your neck a little.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all that just happened. Gray
Can
Man
I-
goes ow before proceeding to clamber to his feet.
Okay, I kick him in the nuts.
7. You kick him in the shin. Keep in mind, you still have your lightsaber, okay? Gray Man whips out his lightsaber and says, "Prepare to die," as he then attacks you with a flurry of blows. What do you try to do?
I have the high ground, and I whip out my lightsaber.
Okay, roll for high ground, I guess. 15. You somehow deform the earth to where you have the high ground and whip out your lightsaber. Gray Man then says, "You underestimate my power." What do you do?
I think you overestimate your power. And then I stab him.
Go for stabbing motion. 12. You make a stabbing motion to him, but you barely miss and you hit his arm. Then Gray Man says, "It is time you learn the truth of my abilities. Behold, Earth destruction," as he destroys the world around you and turns it into a super epic arena with, like, things and stuff. What
And
do
why
you
didn't
do?
he do that in the begin with?
Because he didn't think of it to begin with, clearly.
Right.
But what do you do?
I kill him.
Roll to attempt to kill. 14. You stab his lung with a lightsaber.
Can he bleed to death yet?
No, he can't. You gotta finish him off.
You're not gonna let me be done until I get a 20.
No, I just want you to roll a successful blow and actually kill him.
Uh-huh.
What do you do?
I cut his head off.
Roll for cutting his head off. 8. You slice through his windpipe with the lightsaber, thus causing him to fall down and plead for mercy.
No.
Go all Palpatine and there is no mercy. 14. You proceed to tell him that there is no mercy before stabbing his abdomen with the saber, thus ending Greyman.
Cool.
But something seems odd to you, as you hear footsteps from a corridor. Somehow. The world proceeds to put itself back together ever so slowly, and you find yourself in a green arena. This feels ominous as someone approaches from the distance. What do you do to this ominous approaching figure?
Sup, bruh?
You sup him. Actually, no, that is a 4. He looks... You see a red and blue eye glow from the distance, as a familiar voice says, "Not much. What about you?"
Just killed my shadow. You know how it is.
He then says, "Oh, so you finally killed Xenon, I see."
That's not his name, but sure.
No, that's the name he's taken on because this super secret boss knows. You'll understand when you're older.
No.
What
That
do
is
you
not
do?
canon to... I was like, oh, who are you? I think I already know, but, who are you?
Roll for who you are. 12. As he steps out of the shadows, it is revealed to be Solaris. That's right. I'm bringing the whole Soul Xenos mythos into this.
Yeah, and you're
You
doing
being
it all
hunted down
wrong.
by yourself. Revealed to be Soren. And
My first OC.
I have no idea what Soren's power set is, so this is gonna be neat.
Depends on which story I put him in.
Well, in this one, you see the Yamato is on his hip. What do you do?
I pull out Rebellion that I obviously have.
You don't have Rebellion. You only have your
Damn.
lightsaber, because you
Damn.
encountered Rebellion.
I ask which universe Soren this is.
Which universe Soren this is? 17. He sort of smiles and depressingly says, "It's an OC." He didn't remember what the original story for Soren was, and this is kind of the OC universe, as he then throws the Yamato into the water.
Of course he does.
Yeah, because he's got a whole new power set that's gonna be even better.
Right. Alright, but do we have to fight? I mean, Soren's like my favorite OC, so we have to fight. You're pretty cool.
Okay, roll for I'm terrified, please don't fight me. 3, he says, "Unfortunately, whilst I really could care less whether you live or die, and I don't want to kill you, the boss wants you dead, so naturally I have to oblige."
Right, Soren as boss. Roll for seduction.
Roll for seduction. 4. Soren's not gay, and he's just like, "What the hell are you doing?"
That usually works.
Oh, no.
Okay, well, I guess I fight Soren.
Been a little while, but I'm still battling. Moving fast while you just prattling. No time for me, no tangling. Hit you in the spot with no angling.
I'm not a princess.
A lot of anger in it.
Where could you come from? Oh no, don't you know?
Flash rhymes coated with spangles. Add some sounds in the times. Wangles.
I just give up, you know, don't have a hand. I'm not Luke Skywalkering this shit.
Okay, so attempt to surrender. 2. He says,
Damn.
don't get me wrong, I don't want you to surrender. But then again, I have my own reasons for being here. As he then freezes you in ice, sort of like Sora got Yazara'd when he lost.
Of course, that's an ability Soren has.
Yes, because I've given Soren magical powers in this timeline, so that's just how this works.
Just not ice, but alright.
So, Soul, how do you feel given the greatest ending in all of fiction?
Uh-huh.
That just was dropped onto your lap with you being frozen in ice. Are you curious to how this epic saga is going to end now?
You're ending it there because you can't think of anything else?
Just making a new metaverse of random shitty clip art that we have just lying around that we have refused to use. And this is how I breathe new life into them. I refurbish them.
No.
But now are you ready for, like, the ending of your story?
Sure, who was Soren's boss? Tell me.
Well, we go back to the TV world, and we see a hand rummaging through the rubble.
Uh-huh.
You then see a pair of glasses stand up, as you hear Weebstar laugh. He has arisen. Finally, it is I, Weebstar!
Didn't I deal with you
Cuts to
earlier?
black. What?
Wait. So, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Weavestar was only there because he was working with Gray Man, and I basically convinced him to not kill me because it's stupid.
That hasn't happened because we cut that part out. Effectively, you never killed Weebstar. You all just escaped the TV world while Weebstar was injured.
Wait, what the fuck are you doing? Are you going back to the other first session we did? So we didn't go in the TV world in this session at all.
I know. Because the thing is, they're gonna be strung together as though they're all one session.
This is fucking stupid.
If by stupid you mean genius, then yes.
So basically, anytime something good happens to me, you cut that out.
No. Basically, I just cut out the time when you woke up in a death loop. Because that would have been way too long, and I missed that part.
I mean, I only died once, but whatever.
No, the thing is, we're right after Soren defeats you. Nothing else happens past that.
Ooh, the first time?
Soren only killed you once.
Killed me once and then he encased me in ice for some bullshit reason.
No, he didn't kill you, he just encased you in ice.
No, the first time he killed me.
He didn't kill you, he just cut off your hand and encased you in ice.
He did, and that's how you time loop me.
No, I time looped you because you were encased in ice.
No, that happened after the time loop.
No, that was before the time loop.
Wasn't.
Definitely was. I remember what I do.
You don't.
But I do, and that's what's important.
You don't.
But I do.
You don't.
But I do sometimes.
Nope, never.
Yep. I hope you're looking forward to recording round 2, Soul, because you're gonna come back for that and it's gonna be mind-boggling. You're gonna be like, oh my god!
Because you cut the clips up in the most shitty way possible?
Quite possibly. Perhaps you'll actually watch this video and be like, you know, this was a really bad idea. And I second that motion because this has required way too much editing to be anything plausible. But it's done.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I leave you.
Teléfono, televidí,